All right. We're live. Okay, guys, welcome back to our channel. So we'll be doing the live um, weekly Forex outlook. All right, so stay tuned for. All right, if you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe, like, share. All right. Yeah. So that's it. So first of all, we'll be doing the DXY, the dollar index, to check where the dollar is driving into, like the direction of the dollar. Before we now check for other pairs, correlating pairs with maybe GBP SAU and all. So we'll be doing the dollar.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to our weekly Outlook live stream. So I hope you guys can see my screen now. Yeah. So quickly, we'll be going through we'll be starting with the DXY as usual. So if you're present in our previous session, I mean the Outlook we had last week, I think you should understand why we had these annotations on my charts. But I don't even want to go too far right now. Right, I don't want to go into the weekly. Let's stick to the daily time frame. Let's just stick to the daily time frame to make our annotations. But before that, let me quickly mark out something I can see here. I see a valid order block coupled with an imbalance right over here. So if you're here with us last week, the plan was that the initial outlook we had for DXY was that with this reaction, this leg movement we had here, right? This particular leg movement we had here, the one I just boxed out, was from a daily imbalance or fair value gap, right? And we said this will hold price to an extent, and we're expecting a reaction from this order block I marked out from the 4 hour time frame. So I was expecting a reaction. Sorry, let me quickly clear this off my charts. Um, okay, so if you're here with us last week, and that was the reason I drew out this curved line right here. So I was expecting price to move downwards and give us a reaction from the 4 hour order block I marked out right here, right? This 4 hour order block I marked out. I was expecting to fill up the whole of this imbalance, to fill up the whole of the imbalance here, right? So a fake out reaction initially, then it dipped properly inside the imbalance. So I was expecting price to um fill up the imbalance all the way and give us a reaction from this order block, then before pushing and continuing its bullish movements. But price acted funny last week, acted funny and break below this order block, sweeping liquidity below it, right? So price came and swept liquidity below this order block. But then I don't want to go into the higher time frame like the weekly time frame. But on the weekly time frame, we can see a valid order block here. So after this major shift in market structure, now I saw a tap here, right? And market was pushing to the upside. And market can do a retracement, can make a retracement back to this order block, this weekly order block I have here, right? You can see this fair value gap residing between these three candles, 1, 2, and 3. So price can retrace all the way, but I don't expect to see this all the way to this order block. So we might also be considering this fair value gap together with it, such that we're expecting price to now do something like this. So if you shift down to the daily, so I'm expecting price to tap on this zone right now, right? So probably make something like this, come all the way down, then give us a tap on this zone before pushing to the upside, right? So price didn't respect our 4 hour order block. So we're expecting it to like push bearish a little before continuing its bullish move, right? So this is what we are expecting for DXY in the coming week. This is what I'll be expecting for DXY in the coming week. So I'm expecting a very short bearish movement down to these points. All right, probably by Wednesday we should be seeing a reaction. By Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on the volatility of the markets. So we should be seeing this reaction then before pushing to the upside. So I stick on the long term. I'm still keeping up with a bullish move, but that will be like on the weekly and monthly, a bullish move on DXY. But for opportunities for intraday traders like us, so I'm expecting the market to just do a short continuation of the bullish move, of the bearish move, sorry, before tapping here, then buying all the way to the upside. And now, before that even happens, now in between these last 3 days, this is Friday, this was Friday, this was Thursday, and this was Wednesday, right? Now we are seeing an imbalance here too. We are seeing an imbalance here. Now, this is the last 3 days of last week, which was Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. So, and this the closing candle, the Friday candle is looking like an indecisive candle. So, and we have a bearish momentum right here, a massive bearish momentum. So for price to keep on with this momentum, it might, the next opening candle, which is Monday's candle, right, might trade back into this imbalance, before continuing its bearish movements. So these are opportunities for we day traders um to capitalize on, right? These are opportunities for us to capitalize on. So this was the last 3 days of last week, the last three trading days of last week. So created an imbalance, and we saw a massive, like, price showed a massive tendency to the downside. So, and we are having a zone below this, right? So that means there are liquidities residing down here below all of these daily candles. So price might do a little retracement, might give us a little retracement into this favor lookup before pushing all the way to the downside. So yeah, so this is what I have for DXY in the coming week. So now, with this in mind, let's quickly check out my Euro USD and my GDP USD. My Euro USD and GDP USD. So now remember what we have here on the daily time frame. The on Monday, which is tomorrow, might open bullish, right? Then before I see a bearish move. So just okay, generally let's just call it a bearish move. Let's just call it a bearish move for this. Generally. So we might just see a little tap here before pushing bearish. So okay. Sorry, I have quite a rough chart here. Let me quickly take some time to clear this off. I was trying to do some study in the afternoon. That's why I had all of this. Okay, so what can I see here on my GDP USD on the daily time frame? So now, if you look clearly, the demand is in control of price here. This demand I have here, let me quickly label dots. So the demand I have here is in control of price, right? And price acted funny last week. We had a zone here that we're expecting price to react from. We had a zone here, but it broke it, just like you saw on the DXY. We had a zone here, but it broke above it. Likewise on DXY, you had a zone too, but price acted funny and broke below that zone. So now I'm expecting just a little retracement to that zone before pushing downwards again. So overall, just bearish. That's for next week in general, right? So you can see like 5 candles for next week. So yes, we should be seeing a bearish move. Then if we see a tap, depending on the volatility, if we see a nice tap into this zone, before we can expect a bullish move. So for my GDP USD, the same thing. We had a zone here, this particular supply. We're expecting to hold price, but broke just like you saw on my DXY. Broke above here and broke below in DXY. So now what am I expecting? What am I expecting? What am I expecting from this price? What am I expecting? Now price has swept liquidity on this previous high, right? This was a previous high and buy stops are residing here. Price has swept the liquidity here. So and I can't really find any fair value gap or any valid order block to the left of this leg where this price will seem to react off, right? I can't really find a valid order block here. So what I'm expecting for GDP USD for next week is that we might continue bullish for a short while with respect to what I have for DXY, right? Because I can't really mark out any zone here where I'm expecting price to react from. So after seeing this liquidity sweep above this previous high, after seeing this nice buy side liquidity, I've been swept above this previous high. So I'm expecting price with respect to what I have for DXY, with respect to what I can see for DXY. So GU might continue for like till Wednesday, right? Might see the bullish move continue until Wednesday before I see that bearish move happening, right? With respect to what I have for DXY, because I can't pick out a zone here where I'm expecting any reaction from. I can't really pick out any zone here. So also for Euro USD, for my Euro USD, okay. So for Euro USD, the same thing we have here. The demand is in control of price right now. This demand I have here is in control of price. That means we should be expecting bullish moves in control of price, right? So if I mark this out, this is the demand I have that is in control. Demand is in control right now. So likewise, we had a zone here. Yeah, this was the supply. We're expecting a reaction from what price broke through it, like you saw on GDP USD. So I mean, last week was quite funny because EU and GU were not quite correlating with each other, right? So I mean, just funny movement last week. So I hope we see good opportunities this week, this trading week. I hope we see good opportunities. So now demand is in control of price, right? And we had a previous high here. So before seeing any bearish move here, we had this move after that break of structure, right? Then we had this, and we had an intermediate high here before this low, and now we are having this push, right? Now before I see any bearish move here, I'm expecting Euro USD to continue bullish and sweep the liquidity residing on this previous high, right? Sweep out this liquidity, taking people's buy stop, then seeing a bearish move to the downside, right? So I'm expecting EU to sweep the liquidity residing here. That means on the daily, we're expecting the next 2 days or 3 days candles, that's Monday to Wednesday, to continue bullish, sweeping out this previous highest liquidity, right? Before I see any bearish continuation of this move, right? So simply, I'm expecting price to sweep the liquidity residing on this intermediate high, previous high, taking out the buy side liquidity here. Although I think that has happened already in GU. Yeah, that's happened already. But then I'm still expecting price to continue bullish for a while before seeing that bearish move. With respect to what I have for DXY. So the same thing applies here with respect to what I have for DXY. So I'm expecting price to continue bullish and clear out this buy side liquidity. So you can see how funny the market is acting. I mean, GU and EU are not correlating right now, right? They're not quite correlating. So for EU, price might I'm expecting price to come up here, sweep the buy side liquidity, right? Before I see any sell move. Now, also for EU, I can't see any valid zone where price will seem to react off. But then now if you see the fair value gap I have here, price has traded nicely into this fair value gap, right? Price traded nicely into it. It retraced back nicely into it before pushing downwards. So, and it gave us that previous high, right? It gave us a last high, like a previous high recently formed here. So liquidity are residing above those highs. So before I expect any sales again, I'm expecting price to sweep the liquidity above those high and before giving us a sell move. Yeah, so like for GU and EU, from Monday, from tomorrow till like Wednesday, as a day trader, right, you should be able to catch a series of buy moves from tomorrow to like Tuesday or Wednesday. And also be careful. I think CPI is on Tuesday, right? Let me quickly cross check that. So be careful if you are trading on Tuesday. Be careful if you be trading on Tuesday. I think we have CPI on Tuesday is on that's on 12. Yes. Okay, nice. Yeah, yeah. So we have CPI on Tuesday. So be careful if you are taking any trades on Tuesday. Before okay, we have news GDP news on by 7 a.m. and CPI by 12:30. So as a day trader, you should have this at the back of your mind, right? While making any analysis. So but remember what you said, from Monday till Wednesday, you should be able to catch a series of buy moves, right? For both EU and GU. So these are like the major pairs that we focus on for our weekly and weekly outlooks. And be careful if you are taking trades on Tuesday too. So with respect to what I have for DXY, short bearish move here, right, before a push. And for EU and GU, continue bullish. Then probably Wednesday, Thursday, we should be seeing bearish moves. So yeah, I just want to confirm: is any member of the team live with us right now? Sorry, Anointing, can you
Oh,
still hear
not
me?
yet, not yet, not yet.
Okay, so okay. Now let me quickly go run through my USD card analysis that I have here. So without going to a higher time frame, without going further to a higher time frame, I can see okay, yes. So without going further to my higher time frame, now I can see price created this leg move. This you have this what looks like a change of character, and it is now a push to this fair value gap and broke structure to the downside, retracement, break of structure. Now, what is residing on this previous low I have here? What is residing here? What is residing here? Liquidity is residing above that high, this particular high, right? Let me mark that out with a circle. A circle, yeah. So what is residing above those high? Liquidity, right? Liquidity is residing above that high. So although we had a zone here, what looked like a good order block, a valid order block, right? Right here. But this, and also we had a fair value gap before the order block. But this zone here has been disrespected, right? Like price disrespected this fair value gap and also disrespecting this order block. And the reason why I'm not expecting this order block to hold price anymore, right, is because I can see a good double top liquidity, relative equal highs, right? Now, if you look at these candles here, looking at this zone, this particular zone here, this orange zone where I marked out, now you can see a sweet and relative equal highs. So this is marked or termed as liquidity as an ICT trader, right? So I see liquidity residing above this high, right? So now I'm expecting price to push all the way up and clear that liquidity before I even continue selling this pair. Before I continue selling this pair, right? So I'm expecting the price to sweep those double top liquidity there. And as you can see, it hasn't really tapped. The demand is seeming to hold price, but I'm expecting this to happen, right? So now if you come down to the 4 hour time frame, we saw a nice reaction here from a valid order block. So a sweep of liquidity, relative equal lows, sweep of liquidity, then a tap. So a sweep of liquidity, and we saw a tap here. So I'm going for long position here. Although I didn't take this trade, I was waiting for confirmation entry. I think this happened. Yeah, this happened on Friday, closing of the week. So I didn't really. I was not interested in the trade, by the way. I was just waiting for confirmation, and if I get a confirmation by tomorrow or next week, I'll probably take the trade because I'm seeing a nice double top liquidity. I'm expecting price to like trade into and sweep it before I sell this pair. So some people entered for a swing trade around here, but I didn't catch this move. So price will most likely trade back upwards to this high, right? This drawn liquidity before. So you can see there are a series of buy opportunities you have here before this drawn liquidity. So you can buy all the way to this draw liquidity before you watch where price wants to head next. But obviously it should push downwards. But then before then, you have a series of opportunities to buy these markets before that high is swept out. So yeah, this is what I have for my USD card too. This is what I have for USD card. Buy opportunities coming in. And for gold, the almighty gold. For gold, gold is is at an all-time high right now. Gold is at an all-time high right now. So I mean, I don't want to have any confidence on any buyers. Sorry, I don't want to have any buyers on gold right now, right? So we should meet the Wall Street investors to give us buyers on gold. I don't want to have any buyers on gold. Gold is acting like Bitcoin right now. It's just pushing to the upside. So I don't want to have any buyers on gold right now. Although we had these buyers initially before this happened, before this sweep happened, right? Before it created this all-time high, I think we sent the outlook to our WhatsApp channel, our WhatsApp group thereabouts. So we sent the outlook to the WhatsApp group that I mean we should be seeing long opportunities because it's targeting this high, and eventually it happened. It happened last week, right? It's cleared out the high and continue showing massive push to the upside. So it's at an all-time high right now. I don't want to have any buyers for this pair. I don't want to have any buyers. I'll just stay out of the markets. I'm going to stay out. You can see at an all-time high. If you go to your 12 months time frame, so I don't have any bias for these markets. Yeah. So sorry, Anointing, do you still have any of the team with us right now?
Yeah. Let me add them
All
to
right,
the stage. That welcome. I can see Gabby. I can see. Yeah. Welcome.
all right. Did they get what we said on DXY outlook and the rest? EU and GU.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me quickly go through. So I mean, if you're here with us last week, right? So why making our weekly outlook last week? We had this reaction from this imbalance of fair value gap upward here. So we had a reaction that gave us this massive push, and we had a zone here. Here with us last week. We're expecting this other block marked out from a 4 hour time frame to hold price, but market acted funny last week and broke below this fair value. Sorry, broke below this other block we had here, right? So market acted funny and broke below it and pushed to the downside. And now, if you go to the weekly time frame, you're seeing another fair value gap here. You can see a fair value gap coupled with a valid order block right here, which is the zone I marked out with this rectangle. You can see this order block coupled with this fair value gap. So now I'm expecting price to trade into this zone, right? So after breaking this fair value gap, and if you look clearly, the last, sorry, please, sorry, just a minute, I'll be back. Sorry. Okay, so sorry for the break. So I was expecting price to react from this other block, but that didn't happen. It broke below it. So now what I'm expecting is for price to tap into this zone, give us a nice tap into this zone before seeing anything, any bullish move, right? Sorry. So I'm expecting price to tap into this zone before seeing any bullish move. And the last 3 days of last week, which was Friday, that printed these three candles. See a massive push here on Wednesday to the downside, price showing tendency to push to the downside, and you saw another massive push here on Thursday to the downside, and Friday gave us an indecisive candle, right? So I'm expecting price to retrace back to either this before continuing that bearish push. You can see Wednesday was a bearish candle, Thursday a bearish candle. Sorry. So price might retrace into either of this fair value gap. Might give just a short retracement. So for Monday opening, you might see this before this by probably by Wednesday or Thursday, right? So you might see this, then this push again, right? So price might want to retrace back into this, either this or this, before I see that bearish push to the downside, right? Because I'm seeing price is showing tendencies, high tendencies to push to the downside. So I might see a reaction from here or here, and most likely here because they're having a bearish momentum. So most likely this first fair value gap and a push to the downside before a bullish move. So this is my outlook for DXY for the coming week. This is my outlook for DXY. So for us day traders, there are a lot of opportunities for us to catch in this in the coming week, right? So there are a lot of opportunities for us.
All
So
right, Jude. Thank you so much. We've we've seen the updates. I got one of my boss here. Simon FS. Welcome, bro. Welcome, boss. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. You can also share your screen and maybe share your view on DXY and maybe one of the other pairs, EU or GU. Let's see if it's like if we have the same thing, or let's just see your thoughts. What you have for us.
All right.
So
So
you
how
can
do I
share
share
your,
my screen? Because I've not been using this platform before.
okay. Just click present. When you click present, you see share screen.
Present underwear. I've not seen anything like that.
Okay, just below you see settings, present, invite, and all that. You see them. So you
Okay, I've seen settings, and then I have only audio and camera here. There's no other.
oh, think his network is bad. I think network is always affecting him. But we join us
okay,
shortly.
he left the chat, right?
Yeah. It's like his network is bad.
Okay.
His network
Have you
is
shared
bad.
the YouTube link to the group?
I've I've shared it. I've shared it to the group. Okay, it's back. It's back. So
All right.
So
you see present below. You see present
I've
below
not. No,
there.
it's not there. Are you using YouTube? Is it YouTube you're using?
No. It's StreamYard. We use StreamYard. Then from StreamYard, we are live direct on YouTube.
But then I'm not seeing them. Let me send you my screenshot on WhatsApp so you see what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
Sorry, Simon, can you see presents on your screen?
No, I said I can't. I can't see it.
But are you on
I'm on your
StreamYard?
DM on StreamYard. I don't have the app. Oh. Currently, I'm using my browser.
You
Yes,
don't need to
on
even
your
have the
browser.
app safe.
Huh?
You don't necessarily need to have the app. Let me see.
Just check. You see what I'm seeing here. These are the only thing I'm seeing. After I click the settings, the next thing I'm seeing there is just the mic
No,
and
just go cancel the settings. It's not this place. Cancel the settings.
okay.
Cancel the settings. Yeah.
So I am seeing more. I clicked on more. I'm seeing comment settings cancel.
Okay.
Mic is in my front. Video,
Your
chats, more and leave.
okay. Maybe I think it's because maybe you are using a phone to join. If you are using maybe your system,
Yeah,
then maybe you can
it's my
try to.
phone. Ah, I'm not close to my PC right now.
Oh, okay.
But can we use what is it called, Google Meet? If we can use Google Meet, I have that one on my phone, and then I can probably share.
Oh,
I don't think we can switch this call from here to
Uh,
Google Meet. It won't be consistent, right? We have to like break this off, then shift to Google Meet. So that's going to take a lot.
oh my god.
I think the problem is because maybe you are using a phone. That's why. If you are using maybe a system, then it would have been just easy to just show directly. But no problem. Since you say you are not with your system, maybe
Okay.
some other time you share some update with us.
All right,
But
no
thank
problem.
you
No
so much
problem.
for joining. Thank you so much, sir,
Okay.
for joining. I
Thank you,
really
boss.
appreciate, even if it
You're welcome.
was a short notice. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
All right, so Jude, I think we should do one or two volatilities.
All right. Let's run through. Let's run through. So Okay, let me share my screen again. So let's just run through some volatility pairs. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Um. All right. Let me go to the 4 hour of this chart and see something. Okay. So quickly on VIX 10. So what can I see for this chart? Overall, I'm seeing a bearish move on the 4 hour, but for day traders and for short scalping opportunities, right? Let's move on to the lower time frame to check out what I have on the lower time frame. So before then, I want to mark out this fair value gap. That's a potential to hold price. Before I go over there, you've not tapped into this fair value gap yet. So let's go down to lower time frame and see the opportunities we have there. So on this pair, we are seeing a massive push to the upside. Saw a sweep of a low here. Then we saw sweep of this sell liquidity, and then we saw a change of character around the zone. So let me move over to the 30 minutes. Let me see how price has been moving. Okay, rapid push to the upside. Seeing rapid push. Okay, let me go down to 15 minutes. Okay, so I was seeing price was forming a series of higher highs here. So there are a lot of opportunities to get into this market after saw this change of character. Or I can also get in from an internal change of character, right? So I could also get into this market from an internal change of character. So what will serve as an internal change of character in this market? Now, after I saw this high formed and this low, sorry, let me use a part to denote that. Sorry. Uh, so after I saw this high formed and this low, I saw an internal high here. These are internal structures, right? Then I saw a push that closed above it, right? Before I saw this tap here, saw this push, then I saw this and price continue pushing bullish, right? Price continue pushing bullish. So this will serve as my internal change of character. So for a short scalping opportunity, this will serve as my internal change of character. And I saw a nice demand zone here to buy from. Sorry, let me clear this out. So after this change of character, look for a demand zone that is willing to hold price, or a valid demand zone that can hold price, which is here. And you saw a tap there, then a push to the upside, continuation push. So you're seeing a series of break of structures, pull back to a valid zone, another break of structure, pull back to a valid zone. So a continuation of that happening, then break of structure. And this blue line we have here indicates our major change of character on the higher time frame, right? So still indicating that we are bullish in this market. So we also saw a tap here, a nice tap on this zone, and price push to the upside again, right? We saw another break of structure here. We saw another nice break of structure around here. to this zone where we are seeing a full body close, right? This week cannot represent a
I
break
hear
of
one pop.
structure, but a full body close. So after we saw that, okay, what can serve as a valid zone here? The leg that broke price to the upside. This rapid expansion that caused the most recent expansion that caused the break of structure can hold price, which is this zone. So this last bearish candle I have can also hold price. So I have this move, right? And now I see a continuation push, break of structure, another break of structure, and now price is showing high tendencies, but watch out, still watch out for this zone, this demand zone I have here, right? But price is showing high tendencies to change direction right now. But remember, we had a fair value gap that we marked out here on 4 hour time frame that we are expecting to hold price, but it has not yet tapped on that. That's not yet, we have not seen a tap on that fair value gap, and price is showing bearish tendencies. So if I am to take this any trade here right now, I'll probably just wait for markets to do its thing, right? I'll wait for this move to give me a confirmation before entering this market. Why? Because before these bearish tendencies, or before I see this bearish push, I was expecting price to tap on this fair value gap, but I mean, we're still like some distance away from it, as you can see clearly, right? From where my cursor is, we are still some distance away from seeing a tap on that. So we are some distance away from seeing a tap on this fair value gap, and now we are seeing a bearish push. So watch out for this zone you have here. Still watch out for this zone. You might see a buy from here, from this particular zone here, right? So keep an eye on this zone. So I'll probably just wait for this market to play out and give me, although I'm expecting to continue bullish from this zone. So after a nice tap here, then tap here before at least I will go in for any bearish catch, right? To catch any bearish move should be from here. So this is my expectation for volatility in VIX 10. So this is what I have for VIX 10. So all of this should serve as a liquidity sweep to this zone, liquidity sweep, liquidity sweep to my zone. Yeah. So this is my outlook for this particular pair, and we are the 30 minutes time frame. So you can just keep an eye on this pair and watch how it plays out. And keep an eye on the pair and watch how it plays out. So I was informed that one of our team members have joined us and is willing to share some outlook with us today. Please, if you can hear me, can you just signify?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, we can hear
Sorry
you. We
about
can hear
that.
you. Welcome, bro. Welcome, bro.
Thank you, sir.
So you can
I'm
share your
kind of
screen
new
now.
to
You can
this.
share your screen now.
Alright, a minute, please. I'm getting
Okay.
the hang of your system. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Alright.
Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Can you see?
Not yet.
Can you see
All
now?
right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Can you give me a brief on what to do?
Okay. First of all, I want to just know your direction for DXY. That's your dollar index. Like what you are seeing in the market. What you feel will happen, or what you think will happen, or what you know that will happen. All right.
Alright.
Then other
Okay,
pairs that
so
you have in mind. You can also do volatility
okay.
too. depending on what you want to do.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so basically, I don't do ICT, I don't do SMC, though I know some of the concepts. I just use basic break retest, supply and demand. So, and then a few price
Okay,
action patterns here and there. So my charts are pretty basic. There's nothing big to say about it. I mean, as you can
that's
see,
good. That's good.
DXY is on the downside. This is my chart from last week. And this was last week. I was waiting for price to break and a retest to reject, and it did a break and retest, rejected. And so right now, what we are just waiting for is a pullback into the fib level. So that's just basically what we're waiting for. So, like what I sent to the group, something like so, maybe a corrective pattern to this side to signify we want to continue lower, then maybe some sort of rejection, then price will just plummet to maybe the 90% region here. So that's basically what I'm looking at for the DXY. So basically DXY is bearish. And then I mean, as you know, when XXUSD is when DXY is bullish, XXXUSD is bearish. So since the DXY is kind of bearish, I mean, that means you're going to look for bullish scenarios almost everywhere, and it cuts across whatever USD pair you're looking at. Since you can see on the daily, you have something like a double top forming in this particular scenario, but it's not complete here. So maybe it's only going to make sense when you have a retrace into this level and rejection, the pullback. So there's like several weeks into the future. So I use the higher time frame, so mostly I don't have much to do. I just have to wait, and it's not materializing yet. So basically, sells everywhere on USDs, and that gives you the same scenario over here on the GBPUSD pullback. So whatever happens, we're going to see a corrective pattern. I do think maybe before we start having this corrective, we're going to have a double top of some kind, just to signify prices turning around. Then the price will come all the way back to this level. So at this point, I think it's going to be a fair enough risk to reward. Maybe a rejection of some sorts, and I mean that's like a 40 pip SL for like 400 and 500 pips. So let's see what happens. It's the same thing everywhere. The same thing over here too. So some sort of correction. This has already started a pullback phase. So some sort of correction to I mean reject over here. Similar scenario. Just around 30 pips for I mean that's 100, 200 pips, and it could go even further. So yeah, that's like 300 pips. So usually there's actually nothing to do because if you look at the trend line break, you have A, B, C. We've broken a trend line, rejected, retested. So now we've started a new channel, and then price is steadily holding above higher highs and higher lows. So I do think price is just going to retest the psychological level, give us some sort of rejection on the 4 hour. Double confluence on EU, trend line support, and then supply and demand support, giving what do you call it, some kind of pattern, maybe a double bottom or pin bar or bullish engulfing, then you know that you can take the buy. So this gives you a lot of confluence for the buys over here. When it comes to US 32, US 30 seems to be in an uptrend. So at this point, I can't really say much on US 30 because we are in an uptrend, but I do think we're going to have a pullback because we've had this extension. Oh, it's overextended. So I do think we're going to have a pullback maybe tomorrow. So what I'm just waiting for is price to probably pull back into this region and give us an extension into these regions. Maybe push into this region and give us some sort of rejection, maybe a dodgy bearish engulfing or whatever. Then we can maybe take a sell from US 30 from here. Then I'll stop somewhere here. Then so first phase is just gonna be an impulse break. We need to see an impulsive break, and then after the impulsive break, maybe a retest into the cycle level here. Then maybe we can take the continuation cell to maybe like all the way down here for some sort of rejection. So you can see there's really nothing much to do than to wait. So Monday, I don't think Monday is going to be very interesting. I just have to wait and see what happens. And then gold, like he was saying on the other side that it seems overextended and all that. It does seem overextended, but then knowing gold, I think it's going to give us some sort of beachy vibe in an ascending corrective search of way, something like so. Then maybe wake out small, then eventually break below, retest, and then come in, find some sort of support here just to continue back today. upside. Anything can happen though. So I mean,
Okay, so
knowing gold,
sorry, are you
yeah,
expecting
sure.
gold to like keep pushing to the upside?
It will come down,
Okay,
but
some
then
sort of
this is
correction.
something. Yeah, some sort of correction. I do expect gold to do something
Okay,
like this. Maybe this week he's going to do something like this. Then maybe reject over here, then come back down, retest this level, and maybe come back to 2050. Then from 2050, then we can expect maybe from 2050. I think gold will start coming down because I mean you can see from the charts we had this bullish flag, and then price kind of did breakout and retest. So we've corrected this bullish flag. So I do think right now we're trading within this new channel. So price can just basically reject from this top over here, all depending on how price corrects in this pattern. Once it does this corrective, it will give a rejection and come back down here, then continue back to the upside. So we've started a new channel altogether. So things are still in the making. So there's a lot of trades to go out. You just have to wait at this point. Capital preservation.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And then when it comes to Nasdaq too, I'm seeing something like a head and shoulders on Nasdaq, but it's not quite ready. Like the market is not really ready for anything at this point, for me, in my perspective. Because if you take a look at this, we kind of have what you have here. It looks like a head and shoulders pattern forming, but it's not complete yet. It's only head and shoulders if we have a break and a retest over here. So that's what I'm waiting for the NAS. And to tomorrow being Monday, I know it's gonna take like it can take Monday to do that trick. So I'll just wait for Monday. Maybe Monday I'm not going to trade. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we see what happens. JPY is doing the same thing. JPY, I was in a trade from up here all the way down here. I think I passed one of my profits with this trade here, and that was it. I haven't done anything on JPY. It has been consolidating in this big ass box. Just retest, retest, retest. So right now I do think we could have a slight push into this zone and then maybe a breakthrough. Either that or we can have a break and retest rejection from here to sell all the way to this place. And then from there we can maybe look for something like a correction this way, then continue to the downside. So that's something I could be looking out for. I hope my, my understanding is not too shabby because there's really nothing to look at. It's just waiting. And when it comes to UJ is doing the same thing like I sent in a group. I was looking for something like so. So I do think this week UJ is gonna create something like so. So right now there's nothing to do. We just have to wait for whatever happens on Monday. Then we find out if we're gonna have a corrective to this, or we're just going to have price tap into this cycle level, then form some sort of double bottom or something. Then we probably start this channel. So once this channel is created, we can probably find sales to drive markets lower. So basically, that's what I'm looking out for. So that's my watch list. That's my red watch list. But the other charts, I haven't really looked into it. I'm just looking at it. So that's basically what I'm looking out for on the forex market and the commodities. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope it was insightful.
Yeah. It was. It's all
All right,
powerful. It's clear, neat.
all right, all right.
All right. Do you have any on volatility? If you have any volatility pen?
Okay, so I basically trade volatility only on weekends. So this is the setup I was looking for. I was looking on volatility. So I actually took this trade, but I don't know what's going on. It looks very very slow and annoying. So I took this based on it looks like it's forming heads and shoulders for me in my perspective. So right now we are just in between these two. I'm just waiting for. So this is a risk entry I've taken. So I want to see a break and retest. Once we have a break and retest a rejection, then I know that volatility is coming down to at least this level before it goes back to the upside. So that's just what I'm looking at. I haven't really looked at volatility this weekend except today. So that's basically what I'm looking at this moment. All my criteria was met for the entry I took in the lower time frame. So as you can see, it met my entry criteria on the lower time frame, but I don't know what's doing. So I was waiting for this mini, what do you call it, heads and shoulders, and then the market told me bye bye. So it did something like so. So I was like, oh, that's good. So I was waiting. So I took a buy stop. What do you call it? I saw stop order over here. Price triggered me in, and then right now it's all the way here. But knowing the style I trade, I usually use the high time frame, so my stops is usually big enough to hold me in for all these drawdowns.
Okay. Are you
So
like
this is
a
what,
swing trader? Sorry.
yeah, I'm a swing trader.
Okay, because the way I
Most
can
of,
see it from your charts.
yeah. So usually my trading style means I have to wait all the time. There's nothing sensible going on because it takes longer for my setups to print. And then once my setup prints, it takes like probably 3 to 4 days before it gets to full TP. So all I do is I just hold. So this is what I'm looking at on volatility and what crash index. So I'm just looking for this, which is a good enough risk to reward for me because I'm looking for this risk of this to catch all that. So if it doesn't work out, fine. I'll just wait for a break and retest them before I enter again. So yeah, I'm already in this trade though. So that's just it. Could you guys do an introduction of yourselves? Because I don't really know any of you. Hello.
Okay. Let me start. So my name is Jude, and
Okay.
I'm a Covenant University student. So
Okay.
I school in Nigeria. Yeah, but like you don't sound Nigerian. Are you Nigerian?
No, I'm not Nigerian. I'm Ghanaian.
Okay, yeah, because
No,
I
he's not in
can.
Nigeria.
Yeah, from the accents.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
I'm
a Nigerian.
Ghanaian.
I school
Welcome,
in
bro. Welcome, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm an engineering student.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
engine boys.
yeah. So I started learning forex like last year or so, or no, although
Oh,
not up
okay.
to 1 year, but like I think maybe 2 months to 1 year, something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So when did you start learning?
Huh. I started when I was in university, level 100 or level 200. And I've completed school like 5 years ago. So just imagine.
Crazy.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I've
So
been
like
in the game for a while. Come again?
okay, you're done with university right now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That
That's
was
that's
like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah.
that's nice. That's nice.
So I've been in the market consistently for the past 2.3 years. But then prior that I was in school and I was still trading. So like from level 100, 200, so like 2, 3, 4, yeah. Then so I think 5 years would do. Fourth, I think let's say 4 years. 4 years actively.
All right,
Wow, that's
that's
nice.
great. That means you
Yeah.
have a lot of
Also,
experience. You have more.
do you trade synthetic
Yeah, I trade
indices?
synthetics. Yeah.
Do you have any pair that you can show us that you can share?
Okay, so when I'm trading synthetics, I usually don't like to use TradingView to do it. I do everything on my MT4 on my phone because I realize that sometimes when I use my TradingView to look at my synthetics charts, I kind of mess my charts up because I too much information is bad. So whenever I'm trading synthetics, I just look at
Yeah,
my MT4 and then I try not to look at any other thing than what is on my screen. So I'm able to catch the little moves. You can, I don't know, Miracle, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can ask Miracle. I've been dropping some of the synthetic setups in one group I'm in with him. Maybe I'll send you my link on TikTok, then maybe we can check it out because I've been catching big moves on synthetics.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
me,
That's great. That's great.
how about era traders? Who's era traders? Is it era
Since your
traders
network,
or era traders?
yeah, error traders.
Oh, okay. You didn't talk about yourself. Big Daddy, nice to meet you. Big
Okay,
Daddy Jude, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you
okay.
too.
My name is Anointing. My name is Anointing, and yeah.
Okay.
So also a student, Benson, that's University. Currently, like studying mechanical engineering. So yeah, basically just
Wait, how young are you guys?
Ah, we are still young. We are still growing. We are still building.
So let's say 25. Oh, 20 is too much.
Early 20s, early 20s.
Oh, then you guys are
Yeah,
quite young. That's nice. Yeah. That's
That's nice though.
interesting.
You guys are the elders now. You guys are the
I beg
who
now.
are following you guys.
I beg now. You when the time we were looking into the market, you guys had not even discovered what it was. It's nice, but there was one trader I met him not long ago when he started. Oh, he's an ICT trader as well. He really took it serious, and now he's making withdrawals from top firms like consistently. So I think it's not about how long you've been in the market; it's about how much time you put in.
True, true.
So yeah, that guy he's making withdrawals like massive withdrawals, and he's been in the market just for a year. So I think that's more than it. That's it's not about how long you've been in the market; it's about what your X factor is.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, when it comes to forex market, there, I think the longer you trade, the less you are enticed by the lower time frames because the lower time frames are trash. Yeah,
Actually.
it. Oh, so you guys are all ICT traders.
Yeah, yeah. ICT and SMC,
Oh, okay,
basically.
that's fine. That's nice. All right. So have you guys
It's
traded
nice
any
having
problems?
you. Any
Oh,
problems? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. So currently, are you guys trading any?
Yeah, I am doing one. I'm
Yes,
doing one
yes.
currently. I'm in the
Oh,
last phase.
okay. Oh, okay. Oh, then you guys are good, though.
Yeah,
That's impressive, Charlie. Some of us we didn't have that opportunity to be trying things as early as that. In when I think when I started, information about it was how to get, and then there was so much noise out there. So you were learning trash and then unlearning, then learning, unlearning. So I actually learned from the market. I've never had a mentor. I've never had anybody tell me go and do this. I had to learn from the market. So for
Wow.
blowing accounts is how I learned it. That's what I'm saying. I don't like ICT. I don't like SMT. I don't like all those other concepts. I I didn't even know demand and supply was a thing because I was just sitting behind the machine and I realized that when market gets to this box, it will bounce or it will go out. Then I didn't even know that was what we
Yeah,
call demand. I didn't know what I was just doing that and before I realized okay it works and I saw the trend line. I just started drawing lines. I was like okay, then I went to find some baby pips. I was okay. So these are all principles that work, and then I just piece them together. Then I
crazy,
realized
crazy.
it works by just taking your time, being patient to get it.
yeah,
Yeah, but you guys shouldn't
yeah.
give
It's
up,
nice.
Charlie.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you guys too. So are we done
Yeah,
here? How many are we here?
yeah.
Or just the three of us?
Yeah, just the three of us. Also, Jude, you still have some volatility pairs now to share, right? Any updates
Um,
on
I don't think so. Not really, not really, not really.
all of this 100 volatility 100 or V 75 currently?
Well, I have a setup on VIX 25.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, share. You can share with us.
Okay,
Let's
let
see.
me just show you guys. So that will be like my last analysis on this. It's just a setup, by the way. I already have the setup, so let me just show you guys why I think is a valid setup. So can you see my screen now?
Cause it's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's loading.
Okay, so if you move over to okay, now clearly you can see a shift in market structure around this zone, right? So demand was in control of price around here. Then there was a failure around here. I don't even need to explain much. I think you all should understand this.
Yeah,
So I saw a change in structure here on this zone, and market retraced right here, right? Retraced back to this and cleared. See these two candles I have here. It's looking like double top liquidity, right? So market swept it upside and kept pushing to the down and kept giving a bearish movement, yeah, an impulsive bearish movement, right? So this was the first entry that I could have used in this market, but I missed it. This first place here, I think I had a fair value gap on was it 30 minutes time frame. Sorry. Okay, yes, there was a nice fair value gap here. So this should have been a first entry in this market. After seeing that sweep of liquidity to the upside, so my next draw on liquidity was this previous low marked out here. So I saw that sweep
Okay.
of liquidity. So this should have been my first entry, right? But I missed. I didn't see that early. So my stop loss just above this and draw of liquidity should be that point. So after seeing this, after missing that entry, I saw this next break of this recent low to the downside, right? I saw this. So now after seeing this, I saw a valid order block here coupled with a fair value gap, right? And also my order block swept liquidity of these previous candles. So I saw a nice sweep of liquidity here. Then coupled with my fair value gap, and it was also the last bullish candle before this massive bearish move. So that's why I marked that out. So this is what I have for this pair, right? This is what I have. So if price doesn't retrace back here before hitting this drawn liquidity, I'll probably lose interest in this setup. So thank you guys. Thank you. This is what I have for VIX 25.
All right, all right. It's clear. It's clear. That's nice. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
let me just share one or two. Maybe like the previous ones we did last class, and also that's the last outlook and all. So let me just share. I think
Ye-
we have boom 1000, which I shared this setup, right. I shared this setup. I said price will come into this. You guys can see my screen, right? I shared this setup,
Yeah.
and now we're currently it tapped in. And I also shared that, okay, if you miss this first one, you can also enter from here. I think I sent it to my, that's the free group. But currently, let me just show what's going to happen. Currently, let me see. So that currently
Yo.
we have that price routed from this other block to that upside. Now, where should you wait for price to come into this other block? So if you want to take this setup, because our overall target is still this up, you can see where we entered from. And so overall target is still this top. So you can just still wait for price to come into this zone and buy from that zone to this up. So this for boom 1000. So this for boom 1000. So you just set your orders. We want to buy from that other block that caused this shift of market value to the upside, taking out the liquidity. So we want to buy from this zone, and our stop loss just below the low. All right. So for the other pair that I'll be sharing, I think we also did crash 1000. Crash 1000. All right. So although we're expecting that price should move, but price just came into this or we're waiting for it to come into this block, but price just came into this zone and traded to the downside. So currently, after this break of structure, after this break of structure to the down, What are you expecting? You're expecting market to come into either this zone
Yeah,
or
you don't clear the liquidity for down there.
yeah, either that zone or the one above. So you should wait for price to come into. But currently, what is price doing? Price is currently moving up, right? So if you can see, price have been using this other block, use the other block, use this. It's currently it has not used the other block, but I think price will still use this other block and then push to the upside because we saw that shift in market structure to the upside, and price have been using demand, so price will definitely come into that zone, then we'll now buy into this zone, then we'll now wait for change of character and sell to the down, or you just wait for price to come into this after taking out these liquidities, then come into this up zone and sell to the down. So this for let me take a screenshot and send to the group in case anyone. So this for crash 1000. This is what I'm looking out for crash 1000. Also for V75 since last week,
You
we
guys
we
have
saw the
clean
buy.
charts. You guys
Huh?
have really, really nice charts. You guys have nice clean charts. Your charts are so
Wow.
clean.
I beg, it's not just about clean chat too. But then again, it just that everybody just if you can stick to what you are doing, you will
Oh,
definitely like
oh yeah,
just yeah just stick to one thing. But you see people who want to try and move from one strategy to another strategy, and
exactly. I
yeah.
mean, I do think the chat, their canvas, everyone and how the chat works for them. For me, I don't have a neat chat. My chat's always clumsy, so I don't care about it. But then when I see you guys with a neat chat, I really admire it. But I cannot do the same thing.
Yeah,
So
you can just yeah, I get.
yeah,
Okay, so the last one we'll just do. I think since last week we already said that V75 will, because from this point we saw that sweep taking out this low, right, and we now saw that shift to the upside. So we have going like we've been on this buy since, although took some stops, like took out at some point, but I think I give it out. I sent the so. But currently, what's price? You see, I'm targeting this equals because that's the um, drawn liquidity. So, what's currently happening now? So, we just wait for price to come into this line, which is around um, 234640. Then we'll now be looking out for buys into that our overall um, um, target. So, basically, that's it.
market is quite
Just
slow.
keeping it simple. So, yeah,
Exactly.
the market
I
is
mean,
quite
the year,
slow.
there's a lot of
So
years. I mean, a lot of months left, so no need rushing it.
yeah,
Just
no
have to
need.
wait it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, bro, for joining us tonight. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
bro.
much for having me
So
to you
I
guys.
look forward to this week's chat trades that we'll take together, and I love the chats. I love the updates you drop on the group. It's very powerful. I think it has given us clear directions on where the market is going to.
No, but that's the same thing you guys saw. So me, I didn't do anything. We all see the same thing.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you
Alright,
so much for
guys.
joining. Thank you so much. God bless you, bro.
God bless you too, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Good
All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. For those of you that streamed to the end, for those of you, please, if you want to um, join our mentorship or group, you can join. Contact us, and Thank you. We'll see you next week for another live outlook. That's next Sunday. And God bless you. God bless you.